is not AI alone. It needs HI, human intelligence. You just can't do it. It can't work in isolation. There has to be that human element of it. But anyway, going back to your point. So we, amongst our practice areas, intellectual property. So we had a client who came through to had an issue with the employer, particularly the employer's sexual harassment policy, and so the issues. But I can't really go deep into that. But when we went through the document, we realized, okay, it's framed differently. You know, it's a bit too perfect, but not too perfect. You know, sometimes how you pick up AI stuff, it's not justified. And for lawyers, justifying paragraphs is a very important thing. So you start seeing it like, where's this coming from? So we look at it and realize certain concepts and terms don't really make sense. They don't really apply in this African context. Then ask the question, put the question actually to the employer. What led to the adoption of this policy, and why did you take it? Why this particular route? Who drafted it, importantly? And there was no answer. Literally, there was no answer. It said, no, our human resources person did it. Our human resources person couldn't answer how it came about. Only to realize that it was AI generated. Now, what that brought now is, as you probably would understand, when you do policy, you have to do a policy that is specific or that's intentional, that's meant to deal with certain people. Say, for instance, if you're in a mining company, you want to do a safety policy that is suited for mining operations, right? So in this case, this is an engineering, it's an audit company. Now, why is your sexual harassment policy not directly talking to your business and how it's set up? And then they said no, we got it from AI, and it just started raising our issues about social, ethical questions, sociological questions about, does it really talk to these people? Does it really fit these people? Does it talk to the organization? How do you, because some of these things, for instance, the person who feeds it, or for lack of a better word, creates it, is someone sitting somewhere in Missouri, in the United States, doesn't understand the social aspects and the economic aspects of South Africa. So now you cannot reasonably take that policy and think it will best apply to South Africa situations or conditions. And we said, but this does not really work for you. It does not speak to your company. It does not speak to your people. But the long and short of that, the company accepted liability, and long and short of it, they took steps to correct that. But the lesson that was learned from that was, AI sometimes it'll give you what you want, but does it talk to you? Does it talk to the market that you're trying to? Because remember, with these things, the person who does it has their own conceptions, misconceptions, perceptions. And I always argue that, more from a political standpoint, you cannot take American solutions to solve South African solutions. You understand? You need local solutions that are inspired or motivated by the dynamics of the particular environment or country. So a lot of companies do it. I mean, lawyers, as you probably would know, that there's been quite a number of legal practitioners that have been flagged by courts will just prepare pleadings, court documents using AI. Sure, the surface of it looks okay. Your first few sentences will be what you want. But when you really go deeper into it, it doesn't talk to the case. You know, it will give you a nice Alude versus something, and in your mind you think, oh, that's exactly the case I'm looking for to support my case. But it's really not that, you see? So it's very important to really, the human intelligence aspects comes in there. You get it, sure. But now apply yourself, apply your thinking, your mental independence, and say, okay, but this is what I'm looking for. It can be good for guidance, research, but does it really talk to me now? We're an audit company, but I still say they should have read it. They probably would have picked it up that the laws that are cited here don't even exist in South Africa. The penalties that are here are not even penalties that we find in South Africa. So how do we? So there has to be that alignment and synergy between whatever that you get and whatever environment or circumstances that you find yourself in. And yeah, that'll be my take. But yeah, the long and short of it, the company accepted liability, and then they said, listen, in future, just get people, there's people that train now for these things, get people that will guide you through the whole thing.